Hi and hello everyone. So today I'm back with another material. So here's I want to explain about conditional and subjunctive. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Putu Sintya Pridayanti. My number name is 21111711122. I am from class BBI A2 Denpasar from the third semester. So next to the next slide. So here's the definition of the conditional. So the conditional is that sentence that performed by main clause, a conjunction, and also the conditional clause. So here's I want to explain about four kinds of the conditional. So first is the zero conditional that formed by if plus present simple and verb. For example is if you heat water to 1000 degrees, it boils. And second is the first conditional that formed by if or present, if plus present, sorry, and will plus infinitive. So the example for the first conditional is if it's rain tomorrow, we will go to the cinema. And next for the second conditional formed by if plus the simple past and would plus infinitive. For example is if I had a lot of money, I will travel around the world. And the last is the third conditional formed by if plus past perfect and would have past and past participle. For example, for the third conditional is if I had gone to bed early, I would have caught the rain. So for the next slide is example of conditional sentence. As you can see on the slide, I put 5 example of that. For example, if you make a cake, first you have to break the eggs. Second is if could I speak English very well, I would have take a talk to the tourists in Bali. Third is if you study, you will pass the exam. Four, if I won the lottery, I would travel a lot. Last is if you stand in the rain, you will get wet. I'm sorry because I forgot to type will between the you and get. So for the last material is subjunctive. So here's the definition of subjunctive. That subjunctive is always come in the simple or the base form, the special kind of the present tense for all the verbs expressed for the past tense of be or were. The subjunctive is the same as the infinitive without to. So here I want to explain about three types of subjunctive. First is future subjunctive that formed by subject by with, if, as talk, would rather, plus subject to, would could, and for one time future. For example, go to tomorrow. Second is past subjunctive that formed by subject one with, if, as talk, and would rather, same as the first one, plus subject to, plus verb to, past, and were. For example, I wish I were a doctor. And the third is past perfect subjunctive, formed by subject one with, if, as talk, and would rather, plus subject two, past perfect. For example, I wish I had typed a letter. So here I want to explain about how to identify subjunctive. First is that the is predicted by an expression rather than the verb. For example, it is essential that the goods be delivered on time. Second is the expression that are commonly used with the subjunctive are desirable, imperative, essential, necessary, important, etc. And like I said before, uh, it is used to be and were for all the subject in the subjunctive. So here's the example of subjunctive. I put 6 example. First is I would not do that if I were you. Second is she would visit if she were free. Third is I propose that you be present at the meeting. Fourth is if I were in your place, I would not do it. Five is if I were in Jimbaran, we will meet you. And six is I suggest that Jenny write the article. Okay, everyone. So I'm done with the explanation about the material. Um, I think this is the very hard material or difficult material that I ever make the PowerPoint. But yeah, it's it's fine, it's okay. So that's all for me. So I think that's all for me. I hope you understand and thank you for your attention. See you on my next video. Bye and good evening, good night, I mean.